Alright, welcome back to the channel, everybody. I'm Lady Nyca, and with tonight's episode of If Loving You Is Wrong. This is season 5, episode 4, entitled Contraband. Now, this episode held my attention, but it was lackluster compared to the first 3 episodes. Nevertheless, I'm still, I'm still intrigued. I'm still interested in what's going on here. So, let's get right on into it, child. This ass Alex starts to remember now what she said and what she did the night before, which is a big relief for Ian because she had accused him last week of rape. She run out to go home and starts throwing up in the man yard. He come out to help her and offer a minute to compose herself, but she said she got to get home to the kids. Now, old Messi and Randall done came out his house asking if she doing the walk of shame, noticing that she still dressed in the same clothes, and asking Alex why is she coming out of Ian's house that early in the morning. He was being an ass, his normal. Ian told him to leave her alone and threatened to kick his ass. Randall just annoying. Did y'all see him pull his pants down and tell him to kick that ass? And then when Alex stopped them from about to fight, he told her to kiss his ass and he pulled his pants down again. I said, boy, just take your ass home. So when she go inside, she going to check on the children. Brad say, Chelsea, the babysitter had to stay here, had to go home last night. Where you been? She ain't want to answer no question. I got to get the kids ready for school. Kids already gone to school. I need to check on my baby. Now you need to come here and have this conversation with me. He won't know where she been. She not trying to answer. She just want to be left alone. Brad upset and says he discovered her dating profile and knows that she slept with several men. And she didn't deny none of that. She said, okay. She said, it's over for us anyway. So, I mean, what difference does it make? Now, Marcy tried to taunt her. Don't tell her about her and Brad being engaged. That girl said, girl, you can have Brad. In fact, you want kids, even though you ain't been able to do that. I got them, you don't. Since you want him, and you know what? You can have him and you can have the children too. Alex snapped and said that she never wanted Brad, the kids, none of it. She told him to take the kids or adopt them out. She don't give a damn, but she done. He gonna see now what it feels like to carry the weight by himself. Marcy said if Marcy had threatened to slap her as she was taunting her. And I said at this point, Alex love black meat and ain't no telling who she really is up in them several personalities she got. You might not have would have slapped Alex. You might have slapped Jennifer Pepper and you might have got you a old nasty piece of ass woman. I'm just saying that could have possibly happened because we don't know what frequency this girl rolling on right now. Pro Brad said, why you didn't tell me that before we were married? She said, I couldn't tell you because I was too busy being what you wanted me to be. See, now this is a prime example of how things can be living to please someone else and not yourself. Now she all for bitch. Let's get that. Let's not get that twisted. But she all for bitch. She a bad mother too. All because she started conforming as a kid when her daddy was making sexual advances on her and her mama was so weak she allowed it. This girl ain't have a chance. But that still does not negate the fact that she had a chance to get some therapy and to be who she truly is because she could have did that before Paisley and Peter and the new baby. Girl, Alex, you got a lot going on, honey. Brad trying to make Alex stay because he done came out the house behind her. She said she done got in her car and drove off. Randall weak miss ass want to know what's going on, what they doing over there. Randall tells Brad Alex was cheating on him, cheating on Brad, and probably cheating on Ian across the street. Brad wasn't in the mood for Randall. Said he didn't want to hear it and he didn't give a damn. But Marcy had time today. She took pleasure in telling him that Alex was a whore. She had an online profile. Go check out Jennifer Pepper. Or is it Jennifer Pepper? whichever one of them whores it is. Child, he was looking at her all confused. Then he go inside his house, talking about Marcy better be lying. Child, Terrell was back at Kelly's house that next morning. When Natalie came out getting ready to leave, he asked if Lucian was gonna meet him as he had stated. So she ended up calling Lucian on the phone, and he tell her Kelly said let him in, but we don't want him around Justice. Okay, Natalie allowed him in, and he was impressed at how nice it was. And Terrell said he spent the night at the coffee house, honey. Then he asked about Justice. He wanted to meet him. She said he was at school, but she let him know. Then he asked about Travis, if Kelly and Travis was dating, and that's when Natalie said, I think it's best you speak with Kelly on that. So she leaves him to go get settled into the house, right? Now Randall punk ass done went into the house and got on the dating site Marcy told him Alex was on. And now he's seeing how many men Alex was really dealing with. Child, he running the list of names, calling them out. Even said one of the dudes was gay. Got mad at the fact she had a little Mid-Eastern peen in her life and everything. I said a fool. He just was sitting there getting madder and madder, like he had some type of ownership over Alex. And the thing, come back. Let's go back a minute because when he saw her coming out of Ian house, he called her his bitch in his business. I said, boy, this man really have lost his mind. Now down to the jail, Eddie still hollering till he seen Lucius, who was actually talking to Kelly. He want to know when he can get out because he said Steven and Esperanza put some trumped up charges on him. Lucian said he would talk to him, but essentially he really didn't give a damn. Lucian said he ain't got to do shit for white privilege or something along that line. Basically, fuck race, Eddie racist ass. That's what he was saying. Later, Lucian goes to see Kelly, asking if she had that information, and she has it, stored in that Bible. He tells her to hold it because he gonna send a lawyer to see her. Eddie overhearing all of this and says Kelly not supposed to have no Bible in herself. That's considered contraband. Hence the title of the episode, Contraband. Lucian told him to shut up if he wanted to get out. Lucian said he's sending the district attorney. No, he's sending the public assistant, the young person from last season that Kelly don't trust. He gonna send him over there because he trusts him. He tell Kelly to, just hold tight. We got you here. You're not by yourself. He also told her that Rick had got a lot of information. She relieved. He just wanted her to know that she ain't by herself and that things are going to start turning. However, I was confused at that moment. Why did they have that conversation with Eddie right there? Now, I know that the police can take you out your cell and take you to the interrogation room and talk to you. Why didn't he take her to an interrogation room and talk to her opposed to having that open conversation in earshot of Eddie? Especially knowing that Eddie don't care for none of them. He even madder because Kelly been in there taunting him while he been in there. Why would you let him overhear that? Child. I knew then this was gonna come back to hunt her, but let's continue. Esperanza and Stevens arrived to work. She happy he's around. He tell her that don't worry about Eddie getting out no time soon because his paperwork might have got lost. Okay. That's when Lucian come in and asked how did Eddie get in there, and Steven said DUI. Lucian smell a lie. Esperanza can't hold no, she can't lie for nothing. She just hauls off and say, look, he came in my house drunk and he got in the bed with us and Steven's arrested him. Lucian said, but that's not DUI. You didn't physically see him in no car driving. So you have to release him. Stevens didn't want to release him. Lucian said, well, if you don't release him, then you'll essentially be the same person that he is. That's when Esperanza said, he's right. You need to let him out. I'm going to be all right. Stevens don't want to do it, but Esperanza insists that he let the man on out before this turn into something bigger. I'm going to be all right. Stevens said, okay, but before we do, let's go have another cup of coffee. A nice long cup before we let him out. Now that crazy Alex go to see Ian saying that she done decided to walk away from the life that she hated and move on. She wants a job there despite not having no experience. He tell her that might not be the best idea then. Then she goes to trying to seduce this man. He ain't feeling it because he at his place of employment. She got offended and goes to leave and tell him that he can't call her after he get off work because she will have found someone else to scratch her itch. I got ill. Scratch her itch. Another Fi baby right there. The white version. Now y'all do know that's the original name of the now deemed YouTube Our Song, hashtag Our Song, that started, that she started playing it out the YouTube library that's available to all of us content creators. Anybody that want to use some music from the YouTube library can get it. But the name of the song was Scratch That Itch. When that girl said that she was gonna find somebody to scratch her itch, I just when she said that, I just started thinking about fish and got disgusted. Alex, you a disgusting hoe, and we all now know. Larry called Ian to his office and say, first you late for work. Oh, I had a long night. He let him know then after digging in his business a few minutes, but they ain't had time to get deep because Larry loved to talk about anything kinky and sex. Okay, they go together for him. But he said we can't talk about that right now because look at the DA girl outside. She want to come talk to me about the Travis Kane case, and neither one of them know why, but they let her in. And from the jump, you can tell that she has a political agenda real deep into this, but it looked like she ain't one of them people that like to be lied to either. She tell him that a public defender reached out to her and said that he had some evidence that could possibly change the face of this case against Kelly. And she know that Larry is close to the church after he reminded her that most of her votes came from members of Calvary. hmm Is there anything going on over there that I wanna that y'all because I don't like surprises. It's something I need to know. Larry assured her that nothing was abreast and that she should proceed forward in prosecuting Kelly. And she said she planned to, but see, she wanted to look him in his face and see if he was lying. Basically, she need to know that ain't nothing going on. Well, when she leaves, he tell Ian, who is this public defender that would come and tell her anything, and what kind of evidence could be brought forward that would help Kelly? He want Ian to find out who that person is and have him come talk to him. Now Ian don't want to do it basically, but he is playing it off like that person don't have to come talk to you. Larry said, stop asking all them questions and just get the young man in here so I can have a conversation with him. We can discuss this case. When he left, he said, Ian acting strange. Now, Eddie released. Instead of him going on about his business, he stops to taunt Kelly about her contraband, even told the officer who had let him out of his cell he could leave. Then he starts to tell her that that's contraband and to give it to him. Give your Bible up. She wouldn't do it, so he calls the officer who released him back out, told him to give him the keys. Old boy looked reluctant, but Eddie said, I am I guess he's a higher ranking officer. So old boy gave him the key. He go in there and takes Kelly's Bible that contains all the information from them women that could help exonerate her. He told that woman, I could call all these people and they probably give me a handsome dollar to make sure this evidence never gets anywhere. She's begging and pleading. He said, well, did you remember all of that when you was in here telling Eddie to shut up? Oh, he was an ass to her. Baby, he took that damn Bible from her and told her you're gonna be convicted of murder. Believe that. And as he was saying that and walking away, you could just see the hope just draining from Kelly's face. And that's where we ended. See, this video ain't even that long because it wasn't that much that happened. Now next week look like we gonna get a little excitement. Because did Alex baby just die of seeds or did Marcy do something to him? Because if you recall, Marcy has not only said it once, but she will say it next week. Why is Brad so concerned about that baby? It ain't his. Mm-mm. And what is Kelly about to do now that Eddie has the information that she needs to get out that prison or out that jail? What he gonna do with that evidence? Child, this is about to be a real mess, and I'm here for all of it. You hear me? I'm here for all of it. But that's it. That's all, folks, that I got for this week's episode of the If Loving You Is Wrong. As always, in closing, please remember the depth of your struggle will determine the height of your success. In the meantime, in between time, please remember to rate the video, comment down below in the panic section. And if you have not subscribed to this channel or my backup channel, Lady Nyca Live, please subscribe to both of my channels today. The second channel link will always be in the description box below the title of the videos. Subscribe. Also tap your notification bells. Set them to all so that each and every time I drop a pre-recorded video or go live from either channel, you guys will get a notification and you can come over and join in the conversation. And before I end, I want to remind y'all of something. You do not have to be great to get started, but you gotta get started in order to be great. Now let that marinate, okay? I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace.